But we're back, and we get to start off immediately with action as I continue to bash my head against, I guess, somebody who doesn't have a head with the Lord of Frenzied Flame.
This is what happens if you get the ending.
See, actually, you know what? Since you're here, you're a little more familiar with the lore, just because you've already been through it and have had more
Sure.
time to read it. So, I don't know if you saw yesterday, but during the playthrough, I had initially thought with that super large picture of of Madeira and the young woman behind him. I thought at first the woman was actually going to be the Frenzy Flame because I thought, okay, she ends up the first maiden of the Three Fingers
Sure.
because I Madeira didn't. There was no hints, at the very least, that I found that Madeira kind of wanted to destroy the world. That I figure, okay, the Inquisitor makes sense. Obviously, there's shit going down here, so he's down at the sole entrance that he knows about, and is trying to, I guess, push the frenzied flame out. Didn't exactly work, as a bunch of his Inquisitors obviously fell to the frenzied flame and became corrupted. So he had his last bastion of defense, and that's where we come in. So you go through it, you get here, and I don't understand why Madeira decided to become the Lord of the Frenzied Flame. It's just here, it feels like.
I just taken it that he, like your character might, if you take up that path in the main game, had just fallen to the whispers that, how corrupt and broken the system is under America. Because I presume that Midra's fault, like, effectively, to know, like, that these legends exist that can be done, sort of implies that, like, somebody's tried it before, right?
True.
The Midra might have been the first person to have been seduced by the Three Fingers. And create like the danger, which is why it might be why he was so sealed away by down there. Um, and so like my interpretation was just that this is probably around the time of America's second or third different genocide.
Right, because yeah, this place was fine and was subjected to the purges by, the dude.
Yeah, so he took on the Bringer of the Blessing. He was blessed with the power of the Frenzy Flame, but it's entirely possible that like he failed to become Lord, sort of like did. But he's still cursed by the power of the Frenzy Flame, sealed himself away in his in what became the Abyssal Woods, and has been just kind of kept contained since then.
Oh, nope, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh,
The
I
vagaries
dodged
of
it all.
war.
Oh, whew, all right, I just woke up. That's my excuse right now. Oh, that third one. It's always that third one. Ooh, I dodged the third one this time. Not that time. Oh well, we tried. We ballin'. Ow. Don't do that. He looks like he'd be an easy boss to parry.
I have no clue, honestly.
Because those long sweeping attacks, he does so many of them. It really does look like all of those things can be parried. I'm sure there's a video of somebody clearing him with nothing but a well-timed parry.
Probably.
And then saying,
Well,
I don't
several,
know.
since most bosses require like a few to like parry them.
Depths of your foolish.
Real tired. Oh, what? It didn't knock him down. Getting real tired to hear about hearing the depths of my foolishness.
The depths of your foolishness.
Though, that horn growing out of his head. Like, there was a bunch of guys outside headless. So I assume that it's the same thing. Except he managed to keep his head. Oh, what the fuck is that?
You know, I don't know. I'm gonna wait for somebody else to create a post on Reddit probably, and then that'll something about a video at some point.
Not a good show. Because, yeah, once you start walking around and finding all the grapes, it's just like, ah, well, shit. Yeah. Yeah, that checks out.
Depths of your foolishness.
What is this? Did the break really set me back that much?
What is what?
Oh, I'm just complaining about how bad I'm being at right now.
And just do warm-up matches. Oh, I just like get grabbed by the yeah.
Yep. Why are you coming at me? Ah. Blech. I know that. Alright. Blow up the room again, asshole. Oh! Oh! Past that face laser. Alright. Good sign. I can get him back to second phase.
Nice.
Yeah. But this guy is particularly hard for my build. He is resistant to every type of damage I'm built for.
Yeah, happens eventually.
Yeah. It's just the nature of the game. The depths of my foolishness?
Is there that much depth in your foolishness?
I'm starting to feel like my foolishness is like Satan himself. Every time he falls and crashes, the ground opens up and he falls again.
Oh, no. Poor Satan. What a guy.
I still find it funny that the works of Paradise Lost is as influential to, I guess we'll call it Christian mythology, as it is. And it's just because it's like at the time it was written, the church, I can't remember if it's the Catholic Church, because he was English, and I can't remember if King Henry VIII has happened yet or not, historical wise.
Gotcha.
But it was basically like to the point where he the accusation of him being possessed by the devil because the initial work was so sympathetic to Satan, and his response to it was to basically say he had a little stake helping him write the actual work.
Well, that's one way to get yourself outed for heresy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, he was never burned at the stake because he was. He was he beat the charges. That's the best way I can put it. He was the original Moog, and he just beat all the charges that came against him. He beat the allegations.
That's insane.
But the interesting thing is, for those who care about such things, is that Paradise Lost is, I believe, the only epic originally composed in English. Everything else is in Greek. That actually meets the definition of what an epic is supposed to be.
What about the Epic of Gilgamesh?
That was not originally composed in English, was it not?
Well, he said all the others were composed in Greek. So that would have been Sanskrit.
Fair enough. Yes, I'm not certain about that one, but I'm pretty sure it would fit the definition too. Or if it does, that'd be you get what I'm saying.
Like I was saying, I was just being I was being that guy.
Listen, right now, the only thing being that guy is this fucking guy with the sun for a head.
True.
his spine to stab me? Rude. Is that what that is? Oh no, that's the piece that he thrust into his hand. Like, tree trunk or whatever that was. This is a little countering dagger that he's got on his offhand.
I gotcha.
That was, like, I gotta say though, of all the cutscenes of this game, his goes the hardest.
It does, and it was unfortunate that it was one of the teaser trailers.
Just... Dude tears off his own head.
Depths of your foolishness!
But it also seems to me like I think he failed to become the Lord of the Frenzied Flame initially because he seems regretful of it. Like, he warns you not to come in, he tells you to go away, leave him alone, and like he seems genuinely hard done by. In the sense of like he's okay with being sealed away.
I think so as well. Like, Vike failed because he wore armor and the finger couldn't make contact, however they describe it. Maybe he was like, he thought it was a better idea, and then when he saw the visions of what they had planned, he regretted it.
Yeah.
Like, he thought it was going to be the power to maybe take vengeance upon America, and it was the power to just purely cleanse the world.
Actually got me with that. Damn it.
To the dome.
I will say his music does get better.
Yeah, it's a very good track.
Got him! Got
Nice,
him!
good shit.
Oh no! Oh, we're gonna have to download this stream again. I forgot to start recording. That's okay. The Twitch playback is just fine. It's fine to download from what I've seen. It just takes a while. Oh, I'm gonna have to make a note to do that though. And I'm really glad that they have that option. Alright. So I recently learned that coming this way is not the way that I wanted to go. This is not how you get to the bloody place I wanted to be this whole time. This was just extra.
Hey, it's about the friends you made along the way.
It's about the frenzied flames we made along the way.
Also true.
Yeah, fuck you. I can do it too, asshole.
Do what?
Exactly. Kill the boss, obviously. What else would I be talking about?
True.
Ugh. Okay. I do wonder what his remembrance gives you. Do you know off the top of your head?
The sword and a madness spell. The sword slaps. And don't forget to read the description of the soul.
Oh, actually, we were just talking about all that the whole time.
Yeah, I can't remember what his says. I can't remember what light it sheds on it, so I might just have forgotten if it explains itself better.
Remembrance of Midra, Lord of Frenzied Flame, hewn into the Skidoo tree. Skidoo tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the finger reader, blah blah blah. As the golden barbs inflicted internal agony upon him, Madeira held fast to Nanaya's entreaty. Endure. The word was a curse. So yeah, Nanaya, whoever that is, I know it's the lady that's on the chair that you get Nanaya's torch from. That has to be Nanaya.
Yeah, that was his finger maiden, presumably.
Was born a man who failed to become the Lord of the Frenzied Flame. All that remains of him is cradled by Nanaya. So, what do you mean all that remains of him? Like his true soul? Was that just a husk that we had? But he endured. See, I do enjoy the Dark Souls method of storytelling where a lot of it's vagary, where you kind of have to read into things and do your own little investigations to kind of try to figure out what's going on. But every now and then, I do feel telling a story purely through that method is detrimental, because whatever the core story to this game is not present and solid enough outside of, you need to reforge the Elden Ring, the most base aspect of it, that it's really hard, I imagine, to kind of start fitting things together. I just don't feel like there's enough of a cohesive narrative there. And it gets frustrating every now and then when that's the only way the story's told.
It would not surprise me if maybe there's other items throughout the area that we didn't realize were connected to Midra that maybe tell the story in full. Or at least give more context. And that was a text message.
Oh, that's more of a general criticism of the series of the game.
Yeah, and I know they can definitely do both well. I mean, like Sekiro is an example of them doing both like subtle background details that you can put together if you want additional lore, while also being like, hey, here's a pretty complete narrative you can follow.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait. Oh no, you can't. Or can you? Oh, there we go. Am I about to get violently thrown? Oh yeah, he just fucking dies. He's like, screw you, I'm out. Okay, so I believe there should be. I don't think that was the boss of the catacombs, was it?
Do you want to know?
Inquisitor? Because I know there was another pathway back here that I skipped. And I think that's where the actual boss is. But I don't know.
To my knowledge, the Inquisitor is the boss of the catacombs.
Oh, so I just missed loot, whatever that is back there.
Yeah. Some loot, maybe some back passage.
Oh, he's facing this. He should be facing the other way. You dick. How did you know I'm on this side? Hey, you know what? I don't care enough. I'm leaving. Bye. I've got an entire other area to figure out how to get to where I'm actually trying to go to. Because I was so convinced. Oh yeah, Abyssal Woods to the mountain. That sounds right. That seems fine. And it was not fine. It was not the way I was supposed to go, period. This is just my own little, piece of hell I just wandered into.
Hey, sometimes we all walk into our own personal hells. Nothing wrong with that.
Go away. Leave me alone. One of the other games that I've wanted to take onto stream for a while is Dragon's Dogma. The second one. The first one is, I honestly love that game so much. I have purchased it 3 freaking times.
Ow.
That I bought the Xbox version. Then they did the expansion, which they did as a independent release.
Okay.
Who's screaming?
He can be hard to find. He kind of blends into the ground.
My arms, my legs, each lies a bloody ruin.
Hello. Hi.
Bayle!
Vile Bayle!
There's life in me yet. I will soon feast upon your heart. Mark
dude's
my
intense.
words.
I love him.
You too shall know.
Oh, that actor
fear.
fucking gives 150% in this performance.
Pain. The exquisite pain.
Okay, so he just talks about the exquisite pain now. Like, is there anything I can do to him?
No. His quest will continue in
Further
another
on?
mountain.
Okay. Alright, so what was I saying? Oh, and then the third time, okay, so the expansion was the Dark Arisen, and you had to buy it again, for the console, again, basically, as a full price, and it came as the full game. So that was time number 2, and then I flat out bought it for the PC when it became available as well. For a full 3 times of purchases. But yeah, it is hands down one of my favorite games that I never thought would actually get a sequel.
That's good. Yeah, definitely give it a shot. I have heard that 2 is a lot more the same as 1, with just some decent changes.
Well, that's not bad at all. But no, and the reason why I haven't is because as of right now, it has that de novo shit on it for the time being, where if you can only download it like what 3 times before you're locked out.
I've never heard of that.
Or at the very least, the anti-piracy measure that they use does impact performance. And I've been watching the patch notes and the reviews to see if the performance stops being a primary concern. And for the time being, like every now and then there's a new review, and yeah, they're all bitching about the same thing still. So I've just been waiting. Because it's still getting patched.
Yeah.
And I got no problem waiting. Damn you, Bayle! But yeah, that guy goes hard.
Yeah, his performance is so memorable that there's actually a full interview with him for the Games Radar Media did an interview with him to talk about how it was recorded, and it was for as few lines as he ultimately ends up having. It was like an 8-hour recording session with Miyazaki personally in attendance trying to direct everything.
Really? For the English release too? That's impressive.
Really did with a lot of the actors. He likes to be very personally involved with the voice recordings.
I guess you got to make sure that the tone fits to what you're trying to tell. That, considering how little of the game's story is told via dialogue, the dialogue you do get has to be what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Horror. Please. Savage me no further.
It's all said and done.
Please. Spare spare me your cruelty. Please spare me.
I could just see the directing for that scene. It's like Miyazaki stopping him every so then. It's like, nah, I need you about 10% matter. No, 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 you're still in pain. Angrier though. Come on now.
When he was describing it, he pretty much said that he had to go to 5,000% to satisfy the reporting demands.
Checks out. Suppressing pillar? Suppressing pillar. What's the pillar suppressing? Or is it a tower of suppression? A pillar of depression? The depressed pillar? Does it go down? Does it have a twin? No, it's a chest. Oh wait, hold on. That's different. Ooh. The very center of the lands between. All manners of death wash up here, only to be suppressed. What does that mean? All manners of death wash up here, only to be suppressed.
It means it's supposed to be a deathless realm, I assume.
Oh! The pathway to the mountains. Well, there we go. It was here. For fuck's sake. I'm sure that's gonna backfire. Alright, what's in the chest? Ooh. Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. Good. Good, good, good. It's like the monument itself is overlooking the ocean. So it's like, ah, yes, you know, countless forms of death get washed up to be suppressed. And then if you look over to the left, there's very clearly a dead dragon right there. So I'm not sure. But yeah, well, just to, to interrupt your singing, as angelic as it is, part of the reason why the method of storytelling bothers me a bit is that it very clearly starts talking about subject matter where I feel in universe the character might be familiar with, or at the very least conceptually in some form. And yeah, we're just like, it will say things. It will just say things and leave it there, like death, the whole death being suppressed, and it will probably never really be expanded upon. I gotta go down and around, right? Yeah.
Well, considering one of America's, goals was to seal the rune of death itself, like it kind of, to me, it seems like pretty obvious what it means there. It's just that perhaps from outside the world, other manners of death exist, and they've just all been cut down and annihilated as they wash up in the Land of Shadows.
Hmm. Oh, what's this? Okay. What do I do from here? Oh, do I gotta go... Okay, so I gotta go south more. No, I gotta... Oh, there's gotta be a way down from the tower. Kind of, right? Let's keep an eye out. Yo! Okay. Alright, we're okay. We're okay, Torrent. We're good.
That was an interesting sound.
I
Everything.
was trying to inch my way closer to the edge so I could see off of it, and then Torrent slipped, and thank God he has a double jump. Alright, plenty of freedom birds.
Ah, yeah, I see.
Because I very much see that I want to go down there somehow. Like, that is very clearly the path. But I'm just not sure where that path is.
Follow the path that Egon is on specifically.
Ah, fair enough. I did immediately not fucking go that way. So I do want to say that I'm not going to talk about the event itself because there's nothing I could say about the event itself that will probably be interesting in any real shape or form to people. But I do want to say that the reaction to the event has been intriguing to me. The attempted assassination attempt.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha. Yeah.
Oh man, these birds do not spawn in correctly. That's weird. It's been very interesting. To be generous. So the person whose take has kind of fascinated me the most has been Destiny's, the streamer. Do you know who that is?
I am fully aware of him, back to the StarCraft 2 player. I very much do not like him. But continue. So I have stopped watching his content long ago when he started really going harder into politics.
Yeah. So he's been very. It's a strong way to phrase it, but I feel like it's fair at this point. He's been kind of celebrating the event. I believe one of the first things he said was, the one thing that I've learned is that the left needs to spend more of their time at the gun range. Basically lamenting the fact that the would-be assassin missed. And the immediate retort following that by some random asshole, it is the internet, was, how can you say that? They did hit somebody because they showed that the spot where Ancient Dragon Man has invaded me. Okay. Where somebody from the audience got hit and inevitably died. And the reply to that, while impressive to me, just for the sheer audacity of it, I understand why people are extraordinarily upset. And it was all I see is Biden being +1 in Pennsylvania. The implication being, dude's dead. Well, Trump supporter's dead. So yeah, Biden's got one more vote.
Oh God. No. Okay. So like, you are fully aware that I'm incredibly left, very left, right?
Yes.
Not this little thing, you know. So my thoughts about everyone that Destiny's a moron.
Yes.
Like at the end of the day, like I do understand sometimes like the desire for violence. I mean that's exactly what January 6th was, you know. But like, you know, on an ideological level, I do believe that, you know, the way to beat somebody is you have to beat them in the battle of ideology, not through the battle of the bullets. I mean, obviously, we've seen in times where sometimes, hey, if you can just wipe out your enemy completely, that shit works. But I don't think that's, you know, where we want this to go. So obviously, you know, condemnation for the person trying to assassinate Trump. And also, the person trying to assassinate Trump, had they been, you know, left-wing, it would have been even stupider, because, like, you're just making a martyr out of the man. You're galvanizing his diehard base even more. So it's like, honestly, you're not getting a good outcome out of it, to me, no matter what.
I understand that the point you're trying to imply is that it's been revealed that he was a registered Republican. It doesn't mean he's right. He's dead. I don't know if he's going to have a manifesto. That will probably, if he does, that will probably be more accurate. But we did get off a primary season, at the very least at the start, where there was very much a advocate movement of, if your state has an open primary, or to flat out register on the other side to try to democratically, or however you want to
Yeah, get a
put
different
it.
candidate.
Yeah,
His registration goes back to 2021, though, before that was really pushed for.
Fair enough. But I'm
no,
still
I
waiting.
see that it's absolutely a possibility. Trust me, I'm fully aware and consider that.
Yeah, I'm personally hoping that there is going to be some sort of manifesto where he explains what the hell's going on.
There were some alleged screenshots of accounts supposedly belonging to him. They could easily be fabricated, obviously.
Yes.
However, if they do belong to him, they indicate that he was, you know, eliminating one Epsteiner one at a time, and Trump was implicated in the recently released Epstein documents. So it is possible.
Yeah.
That, like, if there was a manifesto, it was purely just wipe out the pedophiles.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see what that one then. But
yeah, this is like a big case of like there are so many different variables it could be. Again, change registration, as you said, is highly a possibility. Weird thing, like, you know, with the political climate as it is, all it takes is one person who was a huge Trump fan to think that, oh, Trump's betrayed the cause or whatever.
True.
To do it. But like, really, my biggest reaction was always that, like, this was like a guy who was in his rally, in his crowd. That is a failure of the Secret Service and whoever does security for him more than anything that fucking happened.
Oh, the big thing was they revealed the location where the shooter was. And yeah, that's probably one of the biggest criticism is, how did the Secret Service not secure a line of sight that was like looking, like, even as the layman, you would look at that basic that trajectory going, oh yeah, you need to put a dude right there because that is a really good vantage that would give you a clear shot of one of the two candidates for fucking president. So
Yeah,
yeah, like
yeah.
the Secret Service does have a lot to answer for. Both the head of his detail and probably the head of the service itself. But we'll see what happens there as well.
And whatever greater security service they probably hired for the menu.
That too, yeah. But I believe, and I could be very wrong, but if there was any private security, I'm fairly certain they would have to answer to the Secret Service.
Oh,
Because there would
absolutely.
have to be a hierarchy, and there's no way in hell any private firm would outrank what the Secret Service is doing.
Oh yeah, definitely not. It's it's an embarrassing failure on their part. Yeah, it isn't a Reagan situation where he was on like a public street giving a speech. You know, this isn't Kennedy where he was driving around, you know, in an open roof car.
Yeah. That was a legitimate, secure facility for the most part, regardless of how public it was. And yeah, they knew where he was going to be. So they should have been able to secure all points of contention. But yeah, I'm just not really done talking about just the absurdity of I guess it kind of crystallized the deep divisions in your country.
Yep.
Because I feel like if it was an assassination attempt on probably even Obama, and I mean during Obama's term, you would have gotten a vastly different reaction of both sides actually coming together to condemn it, and even just the general people. You'd always have the outliers. You're always going to have assholes. You're always going to have people calling for blood. But
Yeah.
they would have been so far in the minority that it would have never gotten any attention. And yeah, it's just a short 12 years later, a little over a decade, and now you just have a growing contingent of people being more upset that the attempt failed than that there was an attempt.
Yeah, and you know, it's hard to avoid the speculation on like if this had been the opposite, if this had been Biden at a rally barely surviving that station attempt, like what would the reaction be? Because we do know with when Pelosi's husband, when there was the attempt assassination on Pelosi that just ended up like nearly killing her husband with the knife person, like there was a lot of celebration there from the the extreme party, the extreme cohort within like the House, like the Martin Taylor Greens and types.
I do want to say, at the very least from what I saw, the one difference was they weren't upset that he lived. They found the situation itself amusing. It's a distinction of severity, not necessarily of kind.
That's fair. That is fair. But yeah, it is problematic. I mean, I at least can appreciate Biden's, you know, pretty quick response of at least trying to be like, you know, condemn this, thoughts and prayers to Trump, you know, etc. Like that's, you know, what you would hope to see from just universally from the House and Senate, and the fact that a lot of people are slow rolling it is very disappointing. Like there can't be any acceptance of this, you know, kind of activity.
Yeah. And that's the troubling thing of the short-sightedness of people in general, is that it is an escalation point. it is something that can very easily turn into something worse. Because, well, if the other side's doing it, maybe we should show them how it's done because they failed. Or it is insanely hard to predict the actions and mentality of somebody who is willing to give their life for a cause. And it is very unwise in general to provoke such individuals, or to give the impression that they would be revered as heroes, because the shooter is dead, and you have people celebrating their actions, and it's just like, that's one of the big things when it came to mass shooters. One of the biggest criticisms of the media is you shouldn't be releasing the shooter's name. That's what they want. They want the attention. They want the press. And this one is kind of exactly that. It's the exact same thing of, if you're going to, you are now giving them attention and tacitly, I guess I'm going to say, vindicating their cause. And it just does not seem like a good idea.
No.
Because everyone's like, it's your, it's your guy that almost succeeded this time. But it just means that, the other guy's person might actually fucking make it.
Yeah, and when it comes to this shooter and what his thought process was, I don't know what the best outcome is for what, if there is even is something as a best outcome for what it is. Was he just some crazy, Epstein guy, anti-Epstein guy? Was he left, wasn't the right? Was he some guy who thought there was a good cause? Or we'll just never know. And or does it even matter? No matter what, are these entrenched factions just going to run with whatever causes, whatever best suits them?
Yes.
And the truth is it going to matter at this point in time, because it seems the truth rarely ever does matter anymore to a lot of people.
Oop, I didn't realize I was that low. Yeah. It is frustrating. It's expected, but it is still frustrating. At the very least, I hope it's a wake-up call to whoever's, whoever oversees, and I don't mean the Secret Service themselves, because we've investigated ourselves and we've found that we've done no wrongdoing is too often the reply. So
We're talking about, we weren't all hungover and drunk on the day Kennedy was assassinated.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that whoever controls their budget,
Congress.
well, then I hope Congress decides that maybe they need a new head, or there needs to be an accounting done.
I can't remember what the rules are for the appointment. I think it's the presidential appointment. So they'd have to they have to try and get. But they probably investigate him for potential dereliction of duty. Do you think get removed, force new appointments? I would not object.
If there's enough of a call for it, I'm sure you can get him to resign. Because, yeah, it's kind of hard to save face in that regard.
Yeah.
And if they resign, that solves that makes it every other issue moot. So we'll see what happens. I know the head of the security detail should resign. Whoever is in charge of Trump's security does need to absolutely resign. That was every little detail I've learned about that so far is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it is absurd because again, like there are a dozen alternate universes where this was in a sense an assassination attempt on Biden or whatever, and it's no matter what it is, this is a complete failure of every system meant to protect the head of our fucking nation.
Yeah.
Or future head of the nation, as it may be.
All right. But yeah, I gotta say, Destiny. Holy shit. That is, I have never seen somebody with such an obvious shit take double and triple down on it so profusely, to the point of you're both celebrating somebody's death and the attempted killing of a second person.
Yeah, it's absurd. But hey, he thought there was going down on it. I guarantee you, if I went to r/Destiny right now, there'd be a bunch of people justifying what he said.
Oh yeah, like he's trying to justify it because of what's it? he basically, I believe one of the things he has stated, and this is from my recollection and not necessarily a fact of what you did say, was that he does not have any sympathy for anyone who's of the conservative leaning, that they are not basically human to him anymore until they basically agree with him that Trump needs to be removed by any means necessary, was what he was advocating for.
Yeah, Destiny's a weird one because he's also on the blunt. He also blunt. And someone can accurately probably saying when he says that, like, well, even if Trump wins, like, whatever. I'm a super rich white dude. Like, what the fuck do I care what happens?
I don't know. I'm just trying to understand why his wife was cheating on him.
Who knows? Who knows?
Or I guess not cheating on him because he was in an open marriage. Why his wife left him?
Some things are just always going to be a mystery.
Yeah. Never know that one.
He's, I've listened to debate people. It's not like he constantly talks over people.
God, that is my most annoying thing. I do like listening to debates. I genuinely do. Because I know I'm probably in the vast minority of like the 10% of people who will go into listening to a debate not having their mind made up and leaving themselves to be openly, like, utterly able to be convinced of either side. Because at the very least, I want to be able to understand both sides of an argument and then reach my own conclusion. And debates are an excellent resource for that. But yeah, when it's just someone shouting down or then making random tangential points while basically dancing around any kind of actual argument, it's so frustrating. And I guess my most controversial take is Destiny is the Ben Shapiro of the left. Like, they do the same fucking thing.
I think that anybody who's like neutral or ambivalent to Destiny, they would probably agree with that. So that's like, absolutely true. Like, Destiny does the same thing. Yeah, Destiny, like Ben Shapiro, goes after people who do not have media or debate training and just like shouts them down. And this sort of like approach to debate, I don't want to call it debate, it's more just shouting.
Yeah.
Has, to my knowledge, like completely like gone down to like the high school collegiate like debate team level, where it is just like make as many claims as possible because it takes less majority to repeat a claim as to win, and you just get points for claims, not for like the strength of an argument. fucking like miserable that we need to do that, like try to keep people on proper like waves to meet one another. It sucks.
Oh, I didn't dodge that. Oop. Yeah. No, that one makes sense. Did you have a tail whip at one point? I'm just remembering this fight.
He does occasionally flip around and do a tail. But yeah. It's not like just a tail whip, it's just a flip around.
Uh-oh. Yeah. I mistimed that drink. I couldn't cancel it. Damn it. It's because I laughed at Whip.